The most popular noise-canceling headphones that I've used recently all have this very minimalistic look and style, which personally I like a lot. It's kind of my style, really. But I was just sent a pair of noise-canceling headphones that, well, aren't that. These are the new Marshall Monitor 2 headphones, and they are pretty identifiably Marshall. Now, Marshall sent me a pair to check out, so I figured I'd try to do a complete walkthrough on them for you guys. Now, if you're not familiar, complete walkthroughs channels where I try to go through every single feature I possibly can in a new device, so you guys are better prepared should you be in the market to actually go buy one. With that said, there is a lot to go through, so let's get started with the hardware. The headband and ear cushions are covered in a vegan synthetic leather, while the ear caps, the hard outer parts, are made out of ABS. We have a decent amount of padding at the top, which helps it sit on your head a little more comfortably, and we have very plush ear cups to help with that as well. On the right ear cup, we have our M button on the back. You can use this to toggle between 3 equalizer presets. You can use the Marshall Bluetooth app to set these up. You have the first one, which is the one tuned by Marshall themselves, which you can't change. Then there are 2 customizable presets that you can either choose from genre-specific presets that they have preloaded, or select custom, and then you can adjust the frequencies yourself. I personally don't like the Marshall one that much, so I changed it to a different preset, but that helped and made it sound a lot better to me. Each preset is identified by a different guitar sound. So there's a single one when you switch to the Marshall, there's double when you switch to your second preset, and a triple for your third. You can also change this button in the app to invoke Google Assistant or your native voice assistant. Think Bixby on Samsung or Siri on iPhone, for example. Now also on this right cup is a pretty clever concept, which is this joystick instead of using buttons. Using it, you can control volume by simply pushing it up or down, next or previous track by pushing left and right, and pause and play by pushing it in. It's intuitive, honestly, and it saves from adding extra buttons too, which is cool. Now, on the left, we have our ANC button, which does something similar to the M button, but for the level of active noise canceling. In the app, you can select the amount of ANC for the on settings in intervals of 10%, then select the same for the monitor setting, which you can then tap this button to switch between the two. The idea is that you can use that button to get to that monitoring mode, and it'll pause the music and set the sound transparency to whatever you've selected, and you'll be able to hear people around you without having to take off the headphones. Handy for on that flight when you need to, order a drink. Also, on the left ear cup, we have a 3.5mm audio jack that you can use with the included audio cable to plug in the headphones instead of using them via Bluetooth. This is handy if you want to, say, listen to the plane's in-flight entertainment system. Although I actually started using this little guy that Qualcomm sent me to convert the in-flight into Bluetooth, but I'll link that below if anyone's interested in checking that out. Next to that, we have our USB-C port. So happy that it's USB-C, by the way, and not micro USB. That port needs to die, just saying. Now, according to Marshall, the battery will last up to 30 hours with ANC on and up to 45 with it off. There's also fast charging, so you can plug it in for 15 minutes to get 5 hours of playback, which is crazy and also handy for when you forget to charge it before that flight. Speaking of flying and traveling, they fold up way smaller than you'd think by looking at them, frankly, and come with a carrying pouch that isn't hard like the Sony X1000 Mark IIIs did that I did a video on a while back that I'll link below if you want to check that out. Now, while the hard case seems like it would be better to protect the headphones, I actually prefer this soft bag as I feel like it protects them enough, but it means it fits a lot better in my bag where space is very limited. Okay, so how do they sound? Well, considering I figured a lot of people love their ANC headphones for long flights, I guess let's test it on a plane. Here is what it sounds like in the plane, just for a control. And here is what it sounds like with the headphones off, but my microphone inside the ear cup. Here's what it sounds when you turn them on. And here's what it sounds like with music playing. Now the Marshall Monitor 2s are available now, and they cost $320, give or take, just undercutting the Sonys by a bit, which are $350. Honestly, they're great. I mean, I'd say that the noise canceling maybe isn't quite as good as the Sonys, but it's pretty close. And at least they're a little cheaper. And honestly, they give you a solid choice of ANC headphones, but with a much different look that you can now choose from. There, guys, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please thumbs up it or share it. It's greatly appreciated. Also, check out the rest of the channel. If you like what you see there, please subscribe and ding the bell next to where subscribe so you get notified when I do new videos. As always, though, regardless, thanks for watching.